Okay, I'm going to make a quick video showing how to start up a planer if you just bought one from somebody. You know, if you already own one, of course you don't care. You already know. But if you just got one, you don't know how to do these things. So this is a Delta, and I don't know, they've changed a little bit over the years, but for the most part they're the same. And I'm not going to go through all the rigmarole of changing out blades. It says right on the package how to do that. I'm just going to show you how to start your planer and get going. So first thing you want to do is check your basic level of this plane right here. Okay, so you want to make sure it's lined up with this here, and so you want to stick a square in there and double check that it's lined up. And let me go ahead and show you that real quick. Okay, you want it to be lined up on your base all the way across there and line up all the way through there. Okay, so it looks like it's perfect, just like that. It's exactly even all the way through. You got 4 spots to do this on, one on each side from where I'm at right now. So there's 4 spots, the level's out, and you just want to make sure it's dead nuts just by adjusting one little screw, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, when you lift up this part that sticks out, okay, so it's just a table extension, but it just lifts it up, it pivots, and you'll see these right here. They're just simply loosen up the bottom one and then hold the top one true so you know exactly what you have to do with it, and then go up or down just a hair at a time. And then you'll see, you know, you can put the square on this side also, and you'll be able to know whether you need to go up or down, and you adjust it. Okay, and then once you adjust it, it sits back down right on top of it. Okay, that's what it sits on. That's what makes it level. Okay, super important, because when you go to push this piece of wood through there, if it's binding on these tables here, if these tables are not level with the base here, then it binds, and so it won't let the work feed through. And if you have it too low, like you don't have a table there at all, or it's too low, it cuts into the wood, so it leaves a big notch where the blade was hitting. So you want it true and level all the way across. Okay, just like I showed you. So get a square, get a framing square, you know, just a regular framing square, and put that on there. Okay, and once you got that done on both sides, okay, then we're gonna go ahead and start a piece of wood through there. All right, so the first thing you want to do is take your piece of wood and set it in there when it's loose. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, I just put in a piece of wood, and I just have it sitting in there loose right now. Okay, and now I'm going to come up here, and it says right now clearly up or down. Okay, and so down, I want to go down. You want to go, this is a half turn, so it goes like that, and then you come back to another half turn, and you can do less than that, but I like half turns at a time, and that works fine for me. But anyway, you want to do that till it's just a hair touching. Okay, so I went way high on this thing because I was showing you how to do it with a square. You want the square. Oh, let me give you another trick before I tell you anymore. But when you go to put the square in here, like you got this framing square, and you go to put it in here to see if you're level and stuff, make sure you've raised this thing way out of the way. All right, use this thing here and raise it way out of the way, because if you don't, you're going to nick the blade. If you nick the blade, you are hosed. A nick to a blade means a mountain on this thing. So if you have a nick in the blade, when it's spinning, you're going to have a ridge all the way across wherever the nick's at. Total pain in the neck. Can't fix it. You got to replace your blades. Don't nick your blade. Get that thing way up. It goes up high. It goes all, this one here goes all the way up to 6 inches. Okay, get that thing out of the way. Make sure you don't accidentally nick the blade. If you nick the blade, you're hosed. Don't nick the blade. Anyway, I digress. You can see I have to go about a ½ inch or so. So I'm just going to move it down a little bit. And if I was watching this, I would just go over and see this, you know, and it says, I can't read through the monitor, but it's around 5 there. So I'm just going to come down a little bit. Okay. Close it in on it. Okay, there it goes. Once you've touched it, it's snug now. I can't pull it out now. It's snug. It's touching the blade. So don't do anything with it. Do not turn it on. Go back up a little way. So again, this is up and down. You want to go back up a hair. Okay, and now it's moving freely again. All right, that's about where I want this thing. So we're going to run through the first one first, and I'll show you how to do that, and then we're off to the races. So let me go ahead and stick it through. You want to push it through the same direction. You don't want to pull it out the other way. You can do it for a hair, but not for a long ways. Pull it all the way out the way it feeds. And the way it feeds is, this is the chute for the, this right here is the chute that gets the extra leftovers that have been cutting on the ground. That's the side it comes out from. So you want to stick it in the other side. I should say stick in here, but it does not. But anyway, go ahead, and at this point we want to just turn it on. Okay, as you saw, that it didn't do anything to the board. It was just touching, just this little tiny hair you can't not even have to see, and it was real safe first pass. All right, now we're going to go ahead and come down one more half a turn that I like. So we go back to the half a turn. We're going to stick it through again. Now I can't talk to you through this, of course, because you saw how loud these beasts are. It's a killer motor churning away with big gnarly 13-inch blade. So maybe 15-inch blade, I don't know. Anyway, 13 or 15-inch blade or whatever it is. It's a big blade, and it's got to churn like crazy. So there's no talking in the midst of it. So I'll be able to show it to you, but I won't be able to talk it through you. Okay, we're closer yet, and it's still not really taking away any of the meat of the board yet. And so we're real safe with our blade. We're not forcing the blade too much. You do not want to force the blade. Okay, so you want to do just a little bit at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and do another half turn, and that's right to there. We'll do one more pass and see what it looks like. Okay, that's too loud to talk. Anyway, you can see it does a great job. And like I said, the most important thing, the reason you see these burn marks, I plan on sanding this thing anyway, and so it's not an issue for me, but when you ever see these burn marks, it's because it's getting caught. And this right here is up a hair. I just noticed that. It was up a hair too high. So I need to take this thing here, remember, go down a hair, and then it becomes level again. So it was binding up right there because this is under a tremendous pressure. The rollers that feed this thing, there's rollers underneath there, and I can't really show you, but anyway, there's rollers underneath there that feed the work. And when it's bound up on this right here, then it won't move. So I had to push it through, and that's where it got stuck each time, where you see those little things here. Okay, that's where it's stuck a little bit. Like I said, it's not the end of the world for me because I plan on sanding it all anyway, but if you don't want to be doing that, just want to stick it through and let the automatic roller just feed it through. You want to make sure these tables are absolutely level. Okay, so that's your tips and trick for the day. And I think that was all that was necessary. But if you have any questions, put them down below. I'd be glad to answer. Okay? I can always pull this thing out and show you anything else you need to know if you come into a situation where you're not sure what to do. All right. Have a good day, guys. Bye.